What is up, guys? Fun and Games here. Today, I got a package, and inside this package is a Samsung Galaxy S5 smartphone in white. Similar to my S7 Edge video, I am going to be doing an unboxing of this phone and a little bit of a review and seeing what is the S5 like 12 years after its 2014 release. So I have the box here. I've already cut it open so I can actually lift it and open it. So let's go ahead and do this. And also the seller did send me, I believe, 3 extra batteries. He was so kind. He gave me 3 spare batteries along with the battery that is already inside the phone. Let's see what this box has to present. So let's open it. And whoa, look at this. What is going on in here? This is a lot of action. So we have a rectangle. Looks like the battery fell out. I'm gonna put this to the side. We have another box here with, I think, another battery in it. We have this box with another battery, and then we have the actual phone, and we have a charging cable as well. Wow, so a lot of contents in here, and what we're waiting for is the actual phone that is sitting right here in this bubble wrap. We're gonna unravel this, and we're gonna see what does this S5 have to give us. Okay, so we cut it open and let's get what we've been waiting for. There it is, the Galaxy S5. Let's put this to the side and look at this, guys. This is the Galaxy S5. Wow, this looks really, really cool. It's an AT&T model as indicated by the logo there. It feels really nice, the phone in my hand. I've never had one of these. This is actually my mom's first ever smartphone. She had a white S5. It was T-Mobile, not AT&T, but it's the same thing. Same phone at the heart. We have also down here, we have a very classic issue that happened with a lot of S5s where there was a door on the charging port and it broke off after like a few months of use, and it looks like this door is missing. Very common on 12-year-old S5s. So of course, what we need to do is we need to turn this phone on. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We're going to be holding the power button here. And I just heard the beautiful vibration. There's the Galaxy S5 splash screen. So we're going to power this phone on and see what we have here. While it's powering on, I'm going to take a look actually beneath the back cover with the removable battery. I want to see what the battery... Okay, we have a deep stretch battery. Okay, there's the boot up. Okay, we have some... I can see some minor screen burning. Okay, so we're on the Samsung Galaxy welcome screen here. So the battery inside is not genuine, but it works, obviously. So we're going to close this thing back up here. And, okay, we're going to see what we have here. So we're on the Wi-Fi screen. So what I need to do here is I need to get this phone set up. And then I'm going to be back once this thing is set up and at the home screen. Okay, so we have now set up the phone and we are at the home screen. So this is what it looks like. The various apps are on here. Let's just scroll around a little bit. So we have a lot of apps in here. About 3 pages of apps. This is what the home screen looks like. So nostalgic. I've seen this so many times in YouTube shorts and different things. This looks so familiar. I love this. So first of all, let's just get into the guts of the phone. So I'm going to start out by testing the camera app. See what the camera is like on this phone. So we're going to open up the camera here, and this is what the camera looks like. I'm trying to get it here at a good angle on camera so you guys can see. It actually looks really clear for a 12-year-old phone. I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised here. Take a little photo there. So the camera actually looks really good. Look at the camera settings here. Okay, so we have a lot of different settings. So low light detection, so it can adjust to low light. So this camera looks really modern, actually, even though the phone is quite old. It's running Android 6 and some version of Samsung TouchWiz. So, I mean, this is what the camera looks like. So far, I really love the way the camera looks. So I'm going to go next, and I'm going to find settings, and we're going to look through these settings. Here's the settings. So this is what the settings app looks like. This looks very different than even like the Galaxy S6 or S7. I have a few S7s. So this looks actually different. So you guys can see there's a little bit more noticeable of the burn-in. There's like some apps at the bottom and some streaks and different things. Not as bad as my previous video where I went through some top 10 worst phones on eBay and they look absolutely horrendous. This is not even close to that. But it does have, I would say, light to medium burn-in. So let's just look through the settings here. Let me find the sounds and notifications, and I want to see what ringtones this thing has. So we need to probably put the ringer down a bit here. It's very loud for a ringer. So let's just see what ringtones do we have. I guess this is the stock AT&T. So let's see how the speaker sounds. Okay, that's a very boring ringtone. Let's try another one. Let's try this one. Speaker sounds good. I think it's on the... Where is the speaker on this thing even? Wow, okay. I think it's on the back, actually. I don't know where the speaker is, actually. This is the Over the Horizon Samsung stock ringtone. So, okay, so we have some pretty nice ringtones. Couple more of the AT&T stock ringtones here. Okay, so I mean the sound sounds perfect. I don't see any issues with the sound. Let's see what notification sounds we have here. Wow, that one's from that one's like really old, from these older Samsungs. I remember my mom had this on her second ever smartphone actually, which was a Galaxy S7. I remember she had this notification, so nostalgic. And then we have... So, I mean, that's really it for the notification sounds and the ringtones. So, sounds perfectly clear and crisp. Don't see any issues with that. So, another thing I should point out here is that the battery's actually been draining pretty quick. When I started this setup, the phone booted, it was at 89%, and now it's at 79%, and it's only been like 10 or 15 minutes. It seemed to drain really quickly to the setup screen. So, it doesn't really seem like this battery is really the best per se. It's not horrible, like there were batteries that are worse than this one, but it's not, you know, horrible or anything. So I mean, so far in my personal experience with using this phone, kind of just using it, going around, testing different things, I would say this phone's very solid for a 12-year-old phone. Still feels very modern, and you've got that removable battery as well, which is something a lot of modern flagships lack. The only phones that really have removable batteries these days are like Samsung's X Cover line, I think, rugged line of phones that have a removable battery, and Fairphone, a German company. So this is definitely another great thing that I love removable batteries, because you can just swap the batteries so easily. On others, like, you have to go through a bunch of process to replace an old battery. And then you can get spares like this. And speaking of spares, I want to take a look here at what spares we have. Here we have a bag, box, something. My dad's here is going to open that one. We have an open bag here with another spare battery, okay? So this one was in an open box, I guess. So let's take this out. Looks nice. This looks like an original Samsung battery. That one looks good. Looks like we have this one right here as well. So said, I think 2 of these Samsung batteries were brand new and sealed. So we have another one here. So besides the battery and the phone, this is the 3 spare batteries that we received. So yeah, I mean, look, all of them look pretty good here. So this is what the backs look like. Some of these were, these 2 were made in Korea. This one was made in Japan. So 10.78 watt hour, 2800 milliamp hour batteries. So far, I mean, pretty good stack of spare batteries that we received here. And we also received a charge cable. Even though I already have a micro USB cable that works with this phone, he was generous enough to give me one. So, that's really the accessories or the things that, like, actually, you know, came with the phone. One thing I do want to test here is I want to test, a couple browser apps to see what browsing is like on an older phone like this. First of all, I want to see, does the regular YouTube app work? Like, the in-stock YouTube app, can you watch YouTube on a 12-year-old Galaxy S5? So it looks like we need to update the YouTube app. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I'll figure that out later. Let's just see if Google Chrome works. Google Chrome, let's see if... And we'll try Google Search as well. We'll see if these apps work. So let's try Google Chrome first. Okay, so welcome to Chrome. Okay, so here we are on the Chrome web screen here. So we're on AT&T. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try going to youtube.com and let's see if that works in the browser. So we're gonna see here if YouTube works in the browser. Battery still seems to be draining quickly, as you guys can see here. The phone's in an angle here. Okay, so we are on the YouTube app. It was a little bit slow, which is normal for a 12-year-old processor. But here we are on the YouTube app. So let's try searching for something. Let's search. So let's search for some no copyright music here. See if how well it loads here. I can feel the back is warming up as well, which is the battery is warming up. Okay, so we are on the screen here. So far, I would say this looks very nice. So I would say YouTube so far loads really well in Chrome. Another one I'm curious to try out is Samsung Internet. Let's see if Samsung Internet browser works. A lot of these older phones, even like the S7, the Internet app doesn't really update to the latest version anymore, so you have compatibility issues. This is even older, so I'm curious here with this one. Okay, so it's so far it seems to be loading and working. It's loading onto AT&T website again. So we have this here. So let's see if YouTube works in the internet browser here. So no. So I guess it wanted to open it there with the YouTube app, but now it seems to be loading fine with in the browser here. It is a bit slow, as you guys can see. A 12-year-old phone and a 12-year... Okay, so we have an app crash here with Hangouts. For some reason, Google Hangouts stopped there. So I don't know, YouTube doesn't seem to really be loading. It's just like showing these gray lines. So I don't think YouTube really is gonna work in this. Let's try one more website. Let's try eBay. See if eBay will load. Okay, so eBay actually loaded quite fast and quite well. Let's just search. Let's search for something. See if just a random search and just see if that works. So it's checking the browser here. I would say the experience is actually really solid for a 12-year-old phone. Just using it like this, very solid. I mean, the battery's garbage. Like, it's like draining super quick, but maybe these spare batteries are better. But so far, this is quite solid. So it seems to be stuck here on the checking browser page. So I wonder if maybe eBay is not really the best here. I'm gonna try one more website. Which website could I try here? Let's try Google. See if Google search loads. Okay, so Google search seems to be loading okay. Search Galaxy S5. See if we can get a search to load. Okay, so we have unusual traffic here. We gotta verify that we're not a robot. Okay. Seems like there's seems like there are some compatibility and just issues with these browsers with certain websites. Again, it seems to be stuck. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and see if the native Google search app works. So we're gonna click on Google here and we're gonna see if this works. Okay, so it's loading something. No, I don't need that. Okay, so we have searches here. So let's just, I don't know, let's just click a random search, I guess, and just see if it loads. Okay, so it seems to be loading. It's pretty slow. Okay, so this is where the issue happens. It says we're offline when it clearly we're connected to the Wi-Fi as seen by the icon up on the status bar. Okay, so now it loaded and it looks like, can we scroll around? Yes, it looks like we can. Let's click on images. Okay, so I actually, seems like the Google search is actually working pretty well. This is, of course, a very old version of Google, of the Google app, but let's just click on a random website and just see if that loads. Okay, so it's telling us what browser we want to. Let's see if Samsung Internet uploads it. Okay, so it chose that as our default browser. Okay, so this actually loaded really well in Samsung Internet. So, and it seems like very solid even in like these other. In these other browsers here. So I would say so far this is very, very solid for a 12-year-old phone. I'll just show the phone app interface here. It's telling us that we have some AT&T video call thing. So we have, we can have contacts here, favorites, call logs, and the keypad. So let's just, I don't know, just type random things. Okay, so seems like the touch is working fine. I'm going to try opening Samsung's diagnostic test menu here, where you can test different functions of the phone. Star pound, 0, star pound. If you, any older Samsung phone owners or any newer Samsung phone owners can open this menu and check it. So I'm going to just test here. Let's test the touch and make sure the entire screen, the screen works here. This is a thing where you can go through these squares and just see if, and you can do, this is something, not a bad thing to try as well if you get an older Samsung phone like this. Another thing to note about these older phones is they do not have any more security or software updates, so I would not recommend putting banking on any of these older Samsung phones. Any that don't have software support, I think the S20 was the latest to stop receiving updates, and I believe the S21 is following as well. So any older iPhones or Samsungs with no updates, you don't want to have banking or any too much sensitive data, especially like banking or important things like that. So it looks like touch is working perfectly fine. The whole screen is fully functional. We have a notification. Okay, the vibration works. There's the speaker. Wow, it's really loud. Okay, so far I would say this phone is working very well. It's great for a 12-year-old phone. So is this second or backup phone, or maybe a phone to get on some cheap carrier, get a line or something, and just have, if you want a really basic phone, this is a good one to get. It's really nice, actually, even in 2026. Even though it was released in 2014. One thing to note about activation, like carrier activation on these older phones, is they can be harder to activate, especially like with a carrier like AT&T. They're more strict with older phones. So I think T-Mobile would be the most likely to get a phone this old like working on. Other carriers are harder to get it working on. Definitely, it's not a bad thing to like find a factory unlocked model of one of these phones if you want to go buy one of these. So, I mean, that basically covers it there. There's not really much more to discuss here about this phone. Very solid experience even 12 years later. I really like the phone. I love the size too. The feel of the plastic back. Plastic feels really good. And the removable battery is just something that can never be forgotten about a phone like the S5 and earlier. So that's basically it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.